Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So on today's video, I'm going to be talking about 6 things you need to do which are really important on arrival to Germany. Some of these things, mind you, are things that could put you on the next trip back to your country. So if you don't want to face that, do most of the things I'll be talking about, especially the essential ones, of which I'll talk about in the later part of this video. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's get right into this one. So the first thing on my list is accommodation. You need a roof over your head, right? So the most important thing is accommodation when you're in Germany. Now, if you're in your country and you've gotten admission to study in Germany, you've got your visa and all of those things, the next thing you should be talking about doing is getting an accommodation. Getting an accommodation in Germany is as difficult as driving a needle through the camel's eye. See, it's very important for you to start applying to accommodation providers from your home country. Don't say, when I get to Germany, I'm going to apply for accommodation. I give you an instance. Who is speaking, I started applying for accommodation in my country and I was able to get accommodation in my country before I came to Germany, which made the whole application process or the whole documentation process here in Germany seamless. If I didn't have accommodation in my country, it would have been really difficult for the whole bureaucracy process here in Germany. So there are so many accommodation providers you can apply to. Studentenwerk in your city. So know the Studentenwerk in your city or the university where you're going to study in Germany also has housing providers, which they will link you to like private house providers or the ones that or Studentenwerk per se. So it's always advisable for you to do that before you come to Germany, not when you come to Germany. But if you face the problem of not having accommodation before landing in Germany, no problems, you're here. You can always apply to some hostels where you can get some document to stay at the hostels for some days before and then search for accommodation, or you can stay at some hotel if you have the money. But if you don't, then you can go for the hostels, which are way cheaper than the hotels. But again, try to apply from your home country. So the next thing you're required to do is your Meldung. So by law, you're required to do a city registration at the Rathaus. You're given 2 weeks to do this. If you don't do this after the 2 weeks, you face the possibility of being sent back to your country. Yes, it's that serious. Every legal resident here in Germany is required to register themselves at the Rathaus. So the documents you require for you to do this is your passport and ID, your rental document, registration form you get from the website of the immigration office, and lastly, the Wohnungsbescheinigung. These are the 4 documents you need to have yourself registered at the city office. Now, next up is the bank account. So take for example, while in your country, you open a blocked account. On entry to Germany, you need that blocked account to be sent to you on a monthly basis. In order for you to do this, you need to open a current account with any of the banks here in Germany. But you need to be careful so you don't fall into a contract with the bank, which later on will be really difficult for you to get out. I made a video about comparing banks here in Germany and which of them are suitable for students here in Germany. So you want to watch that video after this. The document required for you to open a bank account here in Germany is your passport and ID, as well as the Meldungsbescheinigung, the document you get from the city office showing that you're legal here in Germany. So next up is the health insurance. You're required to activate your health insurance if you're already registered with one. Maybe during your visa application process you submitted health insurance, or you opened a blocked account that made provision for health insurance. Then you need to activate your health insurance once you arrive in Germany. So how to do this is for you to go to the necessary health insurance company, as the case may be. It might be private, maybe Mavista, or it might be public, maybe TK or AOKA or DAC. You need to go to the office to activate your insurance. Also get your insurance card delivered to your address. Now the next thing you want to do is enroll at the university. Now once you enroll at the university, you get your student card, which gives you access to public transportation within your city and all around Germany. It depends on what your semester fee covers. And also it gives you access to the library and internet services of the university. So once you arrive, this is one thing you want to do. And also, so the university are aware that you've arrived in Germany and have started your studies. So the next thing you want to do is getting your resident permit. So on entering to Germany, you got a visa from your country for 90 days. This is a short stay visa, so you need to change that visa to a resident permit, which gives you more time to stay in Germany. In most cases, you get 1 year or 2 years, depending on the immigration office or the officer attending to you, but usually you get 2 years or 1 year. So it's advisable that you apply early enough once you enter Germany for extending your resident permit or getting a resident permit card, especially if you are living in a bigger city like in a state like Bavaria, or you're living in Berlin. In some of those big cities, it's really difficult. I faced the same challenge when I came to Germany. It was really difficult. I had to spend a lot of time before I got the resident permit. So it's advisable for you to book early enough while you're pursuing the other processes. You don't have to wait for so long to process your resident permit. You should know that the resident permit for students is known as the temporary resident permit card, which I will leave the name in German here. And in future, if you want to stay longer in Germany, like after your studies, you've gotten a full-time job, then you have the permanent resident permit, of which you get later on in the future. So there you have it. Those are the 6 important things you need to do on arrival to Germany. And some of them, like I mentioned, if you don't do them, you face the risk of being sent to your home country. Until the next time, I love you guys. Stay focused, stay motivated. Adios.